night. They're really expensive. But they're really
chairman,
nice.
cameraman.
So I was like, oh, I could definitely stay there for like a fancy like something.
Pull one behind. Yeah. Put the other one and push it.
Sorry, guys.
We're back, further up north this Easter, again in the sunniest place in Scotland, Dundee. While spring has sprung, it appears Dundee missed the memo on the slightly warmer than usual weather this time of year. Made even better by heading up Dundee Law, a prominent hill in the centre of Dundee and the highest point in the city. Normally what I assume is a typical day for the locals, we were struggling with the wind. All worth it for the views though, with Ken giving us some context with his local knowledge, like the fact that Dundee has 2 football clubs with stadiums right next door to each other. Anyway, with it being Easter, we opted for the more peaceful option of driving out to Dunkeld, a small picturesque town along the banks of River Tay.
So you mean like
But then I don't know if it's Tayside. I feel like
in Angus.
yeah, that's right.
super fancy?
Well, they've got really nice rooms in there.
Yeah,
like,
they've got rooms in there now, yeah.
Yeah, so room 1, room 2.
We looked online. They're really expensive. But they're really
chairman,
nice.
cameraman.
So I was like, oh, I could definitely stay there for like a fancy like something.
There's a Land Rover with the same rims as the
Back to you.
car.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I failed too.
Okay.
So
Wouldn't it be funny if I film this and it turns up being better? Hi. It turns up being better color graded than terraces.
Why does that have to be a
Chances.
competition?
We could mosey down into
I mean, we can try.
Yeah.
Push it.
Yeah.
When we turned up, it was fairly calm and peaceful, with the weather holding up just long enough for us to let us take in the highland scenery. There were lots of options from woodland walks to fishing and kayaking down the river, but I think we were going to be even more adventurous and stick to exploring the town itself. Dunkeld is pretty compact. You can pretty much walk across it in 15 minutes, with the streets lined with cottages and independent shops. It also has a pretty decent food scene with cafes and traditional pubs, making our lunch choices that much harder to decide on. But not to worry, we had our fellow Scots with some previous experience of the area, and a creepy guy who kept filming us from across the street. Got what? Oh, and the rain did eventually catch up to us, but we came prepared, taking turns holding the umbrellas and getting shots of the Dunkeld Bridge, made even more dramatic by the very fast-flowing River Tay. You complaining? One of the standout landmarks was the Dunkeld Cathedral, partly ruined and partly still being used as a church. And not too far was the St. Ninian's Garden, a tucked away community garden which was the perfect spot to escape the busier roads. Our trip wasn't over yet. We ended up squeezing in a day trip to Arbroath, a coastal town known for its dramatic cliffs. Even more so with winds that could carry you on over, but luckily, we're a sensible bunch, because only a hat was lost this time. And whilst we battled with the winds that followed us throughout this trip, and Ken fancied his chances climbing down the cliffs to retrieve said hat, it was definitely a memorable trip, worthy of our 2 bank holidays this Easter.
No, this is stressful.
Fucking bitch!
Yeah, stressful.
jag tar
No,
och mer
no, keep watching, keep watching.
Nah. Ooh.
It has to breathe.
Yeah.
You think this?
He's got. You see how less clothes up now?
Eating it is a death wish, bro. But is it getting worse? But barely yet. I'm just eating the hottest pepper in the world.